How's it going, guys? Before I start the video, for those of you guys that are sensitive to hunting and blood, you might want to fast forward to about 1.5 minutes so that you guys don't see the opening shots. But for those of you guys that aren't sensitive and are interested in, the purpose behind the SPR, stay tuned. Sitting right behind the bush. There he is right there. See him? I think I got him. Walk over there. All right, so looks like we got that little bunny. So let's go check him out here. I think he's about 80 yards, something like that. And there it is, guys. I gotta say, that that 75 grain Hornady Boattail hollow point is getting it done at about 80 yards with this this here jackrabbit. The jackrabbits have been kind of bad this year. It seems like I've seen more than I have in previous years. They must be on a high of their cycle. But anyway, after the rabbits increase, then we'll see coyotes increase as well. So it's going to be kind of an interesting next season or two. But anyway, guys, definitely the SPR 2.0 is getting it done. So a little bunny hunting there for you today. How's it going, guys? Coming at you with another range report with the project SPR 2.0. Now, this report is in lieu of a couple changes that have been made to the rifle. One is we have a new trigger. This now is sporting the Rock River. Let's see if I have the pack here. It's the, right here. It's the Rock River Match Trigger Kit Varmint. Okay, so it has the Varmint trigger. This is the trigger I took out of it, which is the National Match 2-stage. This is the Varmint trigger. So it has a pull of 3.5 pounds, and I wanted to give it a shot. And I'll tell you what, it's a vast improvement over that the previous, which is the National Match that I had in it. This pulls so much crisper, with a lot less pull, and I really feel like I'm going to be a better shot with this trigger. So I'm really glad that I upgraded the trigger on it. The other thing that happened was I discovered that the bipod adapter, the M-lock adapter on the rail here, what was happening was the screw that tightened down the bipod adapter onto the M-lock was actually pushing into the barrel. So we were literally losing our free float and messing up the harmonics of the barrel by having that screw in there. And I'll roll in some pictures as I'm talking here so you guys can see exactly what was happening. But what we did was we moved the bipod forward of the gas block, and that alleviated that problem. And so both of these things, the trigger that I had in there, which was okay, better than like a stock mil-spec trigger, but was still too heavy for me. It was probably 4.5 pounds, with not as nice of a break as this trigger here. So with the improvement in the trigger and fixing that free float issue, I had high hopes. I really wanted to just retest the entire rifle and just see how well it would perform after fixing those two issues. So we've had the rifle out probably on 5 different occasions. Now, I haven't found all the targets. I've got a stack of targets this big, and I was going through them and I forgot to label a couple, so I've just kind of grabbed some that I knew were from these fixes going forward. And so I've got probably 6 or 7 targets to show you guys today. So anyway, but the main ammunitions that we've been testing is this Varmint tip stuff, the 50 grain Varmint tip, which I absolutely love. I love this round. I really do. And that is this round right here. Okay, so we tested the 50 grain American Eagle Varmint tip stuff. We tested this round right here, which is a 50 grain VMAX from Fiocchi. So I've got a bunch of this stuff I picked up a while back. So this is Extrema rifle hunting stuff. Okay, and then we're testing some of this stuff here, which is the Outback, Australian Outback stuff. ADI, I think, is the company, and it has a 69 grain Sierra Match King in it. Okay. Picked a couple of boxes of this up at Cabela's. I think it was like $11.99 a box, $12 a box, something like that. Wanted to give it a shot, so we ran some of that through it today. And then also we've been running, okay, and so that's, wait, let me show you that round. This is that 69 grain Sierra Match King from ADI. Let's see if I can get in really close here. See if my camera will actually focus on it. Anyway, that's the head stamp on it. So the thing about this stuff, and I'll probably end up doing a review on this, is that they say that it's not temperature sensitive ammunition. So for those of you guys that live in an environment such as myself, where you have 4 distinct seasons where we can go anywhere from over 100 degrees down to negative whatever degrees. So there's a huge swing in temperatures throughout the year. It is nice to have some temperature insensitive ammunition. And so anyway, I'm going to give this ADI stuff a shot. And the other round that we're really running, which I'm trying to, you know, like make this rifle like, I guess, is my hand load, which is a 23 grains of Varmint sitting behind a Hornady 75 grain boat tail hollow point. So that's my hand load as well. So we've been running that through the gun. So we pretty much have been running this stuff through. I've got a lot of this American Eagle stuff, a lot of the Fiocchi stuff, so I want to just shoot it, and I think it's going to be kind of, it's nice to see how well the gun performs with lighter grain bullets, because there's a lot of light grain bullet options out on the market today. So it's nice to see how these rifles run those lighter grain bullets. But anyway, without further ado, and also, I'm going to be working up a hand load with this Match King stuff, this tipped Match King, as soon as I possibly can. I just haven't had time to just sit down and pound one out. So anyway, but when I get a chance, when things slow down, I'm going to end up getting a load done on that tipped bullets there. So, okay, so let's go ahead and roll in some targets here. Again, I couldn't find all of my targets from the different outings. But this should be a good representation of it. This is going to be pretty complete. I mean, we've shot the heck out of this since I changed out the trigger and improved and fixed the barrel problem. Okay, so this is with that American Eagle Varmint tip stuff. As you can see, these are 3-shot groups. We got a .93, a 1.2, and a 1.05 right there. Those 3 groups right there. Another American Eagle one, Varmint tip, 1.27, so 1 1/4. And then these down here are this Fiocchi 50 grain Varmint tip, or VMAX stuff. So we got a .85, 1.92, not very good there, a 1.3, and a .85. So we're looking between .85-ish and 2. So that's a pretty big swing. But yeah, so I mean, some of this probably is variations of me as well. And again, these are 3-shot groups. I'm aware of that. But you know, we're really discounting this group here. We're right around a minute in accuracy with that Fiocchi stuff. So anyway, there's one target. Now, the day that I shot that target there and this one here, it was beginning to rain. You can see that the target's kind of all crumpled up. I don't know if you can see that or not, but just because it got wet. But I felt really good this day. Like, I felt like that I was shooting well, that you know, the conditions were good. And again, this is with the Wilson Combat barrel here. Okay, so that 50 grain Fiocchi VMAX, .698. That's a really great group right there. Then we have, let's see, up here we have some more of that Fiocchi stuff, and that's a .99 group. That's a 3-shot group. Fiocchi .94, American Eagle Varmint tip 0.89, and then we have one of those Fiocchi groups open up here, which is a 1.64 inch group. So occasionally I just get a group like this. It just kind of sometimes I just do that. I don't know if it's me or if it's the ammunition, but every once in a while, see, like you can see all sub-minute groups, and then I get a 1 and a half minute group. So here's a 1.03 with that American Eagle Varmint tip. Okay, so those 2 Varmint tip rounds. So you're looking average like .85 inch group with the 3 shots on that. So this barrel is really beginning to love. I've noticed that things are starting to tighten up a little bit now that we're getting this barrel broke in a little bit, and it doesn't really mind this light grain ammunition. And you'll see more of this. I did some 5-shot groups with this stuff too. You'll see a little bit different groupings with it. Again, I felt really good this day. This one's a what the heck group, 1.91 with my hand load. Here's a 1.37 with my hand load and a 1.2. So really, I mean, my hand load's just really not that great. It just doesn't seem to like this 75 grain boat tail hollow point from Hornady. I get some really funky things happening with that ammunition, and you'll see that here as we go along. So anyway, this is one day. I know I shot more. I think I shot one other target. I cannot find it. So anyway, there it is. Here's another day out. Actually, yeah, this is another day. Okay, so here we have the American Eagle Varmint tip stuff. This is exactly a 1-inch group there. And then we have a hand load group 1.24, which I think this group right here is like totally representative of what my hand load does. It's a 1 and a quarter minute ammunition. That's a 5-shot group, so that's a pretty good look there. Here's one 1.49. So with that, you know, if you discount this little one up here, it's actually a really decent group. But with it, it's a 1.49. Here's a 3-shot group at 0.99, so that's right at a minute. Here is a cold bore. This is the first shot of the first group of the day right here, which is a 1.4 with my hand load. So almost identical to this one here, only that's a 3-shot. And then we have another one with that American Eagle Varmint tip, which is 1 3/4. So again, could be me. You know, every once in a while I get a group that opens up like that. Very well could be me, most likely. So, but I think for my hand load, I think this is a nice representative group, that 1 1/4 inch group. So, okay, and same day as that target here, we've got Fiocchi VMAX, which is a 2.2 inch group, horrible group there. Vertical stringing, I don't know if that's me or if it's the ammunition. Here's a 1.86 inch group with this. This is the last one I shot of the day. That was the first one. Here's a hand load group at actually 3/4 minute there. So with a 3-shot group on my hand load. Sometimes I shoot three inch or a 3-shot group, sometimes 5. So most of the time it's just because I just don't have a ton of ammunition for a particular load or something with me, and so I'll just break it into 3-shot groups. I know that people get mad at me for doing that, but whatever. Let's see. That's today. So let's do this one, which was a separate day. This is the day I shot those Grendel loads. So I think you guys have seen the review on this military classic stuff. I did also a grouping with this PPU 6.5 Grendel. So I shot this target with the SPR that same day. We got a hand load of 1.287. Okay. 3-shot group. There's some of that ADI Aussie stuff, okay, 1.807, so that's not really that great. This is an Aussie 1.894, so that's a 3-inch group there, or a 3-shot group there. So that's pretty good, 0.84. And then here's another one with that Aussie stuff, which is 0.495. So that's a great group. That's a phenomenal group, 3-shot group. So between 0.495 and 1.8, if you discount that flyer, if you go in between these, you're looking like it's sub-minute ammunition as what I'm seeing just from this day. This day I thought, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, here's one from the Aussie at 1.432. So not great. That was the very first group that I shot, and I realized that it was hitting low, and so I barely got that one on the paper. And then here's a hand load group, which is 0.34, and a hand load group, which is 0.45. So hand load group 0.34, 0.45, 0.28. So again, right between a minute and a minute and a half. So not great. Not great at all. Anyway. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. This is today's targets. Let's see. Okay. Here's today's targets. Okay. This is this morning. Discount that round. That was I don't know what the heck that round was. to be honest. Okay, so let's see. Again, this is 100 yards. The wind was really good today. I felt really good. Wasn't pressured. Didn't have to pee. The flies weren't all over me like they were when I shot this target here. The flies were all over me, driving me crazy. But anyway, wearing shorts with flies all over you, it drives you nuts. But okay, so here is... this is the, what is that? Okay, American Eagle Varmint tip, 1.35, 5-shot group. Not bad. Here it is, American Eagle Varmint tip, 0.75. So that's a 3/4 minute group, 5-shot group. Awesome, awesome group. Really, really great. This is what I'd like to see. You know, out of the Project SPR, the original Project SPR, this is the Project SPR 2.0, right? This rifle here. The original Project SPR was actually a 1-9 twist, and I would get stuff like this all the time from this ammunition. It shot excellent out of that rifle. So, okay, here's one Fiocchi VMAX. We're looking at 1.29. Okay, here's another one from that American Eagle Varmint tip stuff, which is 0.44. So not bad. You know, like it's pretty evenly spaced there. I think that's pretty good. Here's a Fiocchi VMAX 1.31. Okay. And then here's an American Eagle Varmint tip one, 1.05. So that's a 5-shot group there. So as you can see, you know, it doesn't really mind this light grain stuff, this 1-8 twist Wilson combat barrel. I don't think it's bad ammunition for it. However, you know, when you're talking an SPR, right? You're talking about you know, somewhat long range, and this stuff, this 50 grain stuff, just bleeds energy. So as like a hunting round for like rabbits or something like that, then this might be a good option for an SPR. But if you're really wanting to shoot out past 400 yards with this, you really need something that is heavier grain. So we're really just testing. I wouldn't use this ammunition as a sole ammunition for this rifle. Mostly it's going to be the heavier grain stuff, but as a testing ammunition, I think it's good. So, okay. All right, so this target right here is this the Australian stuff. Okay, so all right, so we've got I pulled this one. I felt myself pull it. I'm like, crap, I pulled that sucker. So discounting that round right there, it's a 0.85. Okay, with it together, it's a 0.38. And I felt myself pull that. Like I called it, I said, crap, I pulled that round. So 0.85, a 4-shot group, and then if you include it all, it's 1.38. Here's a good one. This is without the flyer, 0.945. This was a flyer. I don't know if I pulled this one or not, but with it, it's it's 1.89. Without it, it's a 0.945. So, yeah. Here's another one. Pulled this shot. Like, so this one I pulled for sure. I'm not sure on this one, and I'm not sure on this one. Okay. 1.56. Okay. So we're looking at flyers. This one I pulled, so that one is a called shot. These ones, however, I don't know what happened. So, but anyway, here's another one. I don't know if I showed you this one. 1.05 inch group on that ADI stuff. So. The 3-shot groups of the ADI were really sub-minute. These are, discounting this flyer, we've got a sub-minute group and a minute group, and then we've got roughly a 1.5-minute groups. So, yeah. So I really think it's not bad ammunition. I'm calling it MOA. I'm going to call this ammunition MOA. I think it's decent ammunition. There's going to be some changes to the Project SPR 2.0 pretty soon. I'm not going to announce it in this video, but you'll see it probably on Instagram first. So if you guys want to get the updates, there's going to be a change coming to the Project SPR rifle, the 2.0 rifle. So subscribe to Instagram on me, and you'll get an update of what that is, that change here before everybody else. So anyway, but I'm going to pick up some more of this ammunition, I've decided, because I think I like it. So, okay. All right, here's hand loads, okay? Again, I felt really, really good today. Okay, I felt really good. The wind was great, and I decided that I had 20 rounds, and I decided that I would shoot all the rest of my loads that I have and just do 5-shot groups. So this is my hand load out of the Wilson Combat Barrel at 100 yards, 1.21 okay? 1.6, which is the worst group of the day right here. And then we have a 1.07, okay? So that's roughly 1 inch. Oh yeah, that's right. 1.07, and then I had a what the freak. So like I'm shooting this group, and then all of a sudden, great trigger pull, didn't feel like I jerked the trigger, nothing. I had a what the freak moment. Like literally this thing threw out around an inch and a half away from the rest of the group. So one thing I did notice that happened when I hand loaded a few of my hand load rounds is that the bullets weren't concentric. They loaded in and the bullet was a bit canted, and I think that might have been one of those rounds. Okay, that's the only explanation I have, because I was like, what the heck happened there? And then look at this one, 0.94. Awesome. This is what I'd like to see with my hand loads. Less than an inch group at 100 yards, 5-shot group. This is what I'd like to see with my hand loads. So that's a phenomenal group right there. 0.94. So minute group, minute and a quarter, minute and a half. So again, right around a minute and a quarter is what I would say, guys, that my hand load's able to do out of this rifle. So anyway, guys, if you kind of add it all up, you know, this rifle really is capable of 1 minute groups. I think the mechanical accuracy of this rifle is right around MOA. Okay, that's what I would say. You know, I've thoroughly tested it. You know, you may be seeing some of my limitations in these targets. But I think mechanically, when I'm settled down and when I feel good and I feel like I'm doing my part, the rifle shoots really, really well. So, yeah. So am I super satisfied with the Wilson Combat Barrel? Not really. I'm satisfied. It's fair. Okay. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like a 6.5. Okay, like a 6.5 in satisfaction with accuracy wise. For the price, I think this barrel is running right $325, something like that. Don't quote me. You can check their website. Let's say $300 for this barrel. Okay, for $300 barrel, am I happy with the accuracy? Yes, I am. Like it's if you do your part and you're shooting match grade ammunition through the gun, you should see minute or better accuracy with it. So do I give the Wilson Combat a thumbs up? Yeah, I do. For the price, for a $300 barrel, I really think that it's delivering exactly what its price point is offering. Plus, the fit and finish on this barrel is beautiful. It really is awesome. It's a very, very well crafted barrel. So yeah, and I think as I've seen, as time goes on, you know, I've probably got roughly almost 400 rounds through this barrel now, I'd say. You know, at 400 rounds through the barrel, it's really settled down. I feel like its accuracy is doing what it would be doing any other time. So yeah, anyway, you're probably hearing some kids running around upstairs. Anyway, as it stands right now, guys, that's the status of the Project SPR with the new trigger, with the barrel fix on it. And I think that you know, as we see it, the mechanical accuracy of this gun is a 1 minute group, is a 1 MOA gun. So not bad. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you have any feedback or comments about anything you've seen in the video, leave them in the comment section down below. Also, hit the like button, guys. There's a lot of time that goes into these videos. That's a lot of shooting, a lot of time, and hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. I hope so. And anyway, if you guys, again, if you want some updates before things happen, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Google+. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos just like this in the future. Again, there's going to be some changes for the Project SPR coming up, and you guys can look forward to that if you want. And so I'm kind of excited about a few changes that are going to be made to this rifle. But anyway, guys, thanks very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.